I'm not even gonna start asking that yet. Keep It Run 100 is one of the coldest names out, man.
Well,
like just when you see it, it's just like, damn, who thought of that? Why didn't think of that?
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that, and thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. Keep It 100 came about, honestly, bro. When I started my run club in 2018, it was just something random. I just wanted the homies to run with me, and like I had a meet up with me one day in Manhattan Beach, and it just started growing, and people were like, "You got to come up with a name, right?" So like, I came up with a name. We're from LA. We're running, so I came up with Front Runners LA.
Okay.
So I was like, whatever. Like,
let's roll with it. Let's go.
If I gotta make something up, this is what I got real quick, right? So, so as time passed, like Front Runners started to grow, but like then like trademarking came about, and I had no idea what that looked like. Yeah. So, with trademarking, you know, I went to go look up the name. People told me how to go about it. Looked up the name, it was taken, so I had to come up with something else. So Keep It 100 was something that I had like been thinking about as time was passing, and luckily it was available because for me, I felt like running is what I do, and I do it in an unapologetic way. So I keep, you know, everybody knows the saying, keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? So like, it just felt like it went well with what I had going on. So
and it's ours.
Yeah.
It's like, this is out. Like, this is something that I say, this is
for sure.
This is from where I'm from.
For sure. And keeping it true to myself too, because like, for being honest, I mean, there are black runners out there and things like that, but the way I go about it, it's true to who I am and my authentic self. So
I haven't seen nothing like it.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
I haven't seen anything like it, even to where I took my family. Ayana was like, "Oh, Butter's doing a thing in Leimert," and so I took my son. I think he had like a push bike or whatever, and just, I'm not even gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be a run. I thought it was gonna be a run, like a 5K or a 6K, what it was. I was not expecting the turnout. It was beautiful because the whole community came out. And as we're running, people are on their front yards, in their patios, like, keep it. I'm like, oh, this dude done created something that is bringing the people in the real people in the community that aren't just here for the lights and the cameras, like the real, the people that live it.
Yeah, no, this is for us.
It's for us. And I was like blown away by it. And I was just like almost taken aback. You know, it was just very surprising, but it was like a sense of pride, a sense of like happiness, because someone that I could relate to or someone that I connect to or someone that I could see myself in doing it, you know, and it was like, oh, I don't see anybody else doing this. And have you had that reflection point, like where it's like step back and look at what you've created and what it represents?
For sure.
Because it's not, you didn't just create something, you're making an impact in the community, and it's beautiful.
So for me, I have had that reflective moment. Like I look back and, you know, just look at old videos and pictures, and just like when people show up to things, I just sit back and just smile because I love what I do. It's what I believe I was put on this earth to do. You know, like for me, being from South Central and running is not, you know, and I share this is the same spiel I give on any podcast I do. Running is not the norm. You know what I'm saying? We aren't used to seeing people just, you know, getting miles in the street, especially people that look like us. Yeah. So
especially running for distance.
For sure. Like, so, you know, because for one, I always say growing up, it was punishment.
Yeah.
Know? Because when you in trouble playing basketball, football, things like that, you gotta get on the line. So for now as we get older, you got to do this to stay alive. You know what I'm saying? To just increase your health and just live a better life physically. So seeing people in my neighborhood, in my community where I come from, just being active in this and moving and showing up to my events. Like we did an event in Juneteenth last year with 1,000 people. So on Crenshaw and Slauson, you know what I'm saying? Like in places in where people, where people think these type of things can't happen. So to bring health and wellness to where I'm from means so much to me, because I've had like people offer me huge deals to move to the East Coast and do running things and things like that. But that's cool, but I want to change where I'm from. Right. You know what I'm saying? So impact where I grew up, and it's a beautiful thing.
Right. So I wanted to ask you that. So you bring up a good point, like East Coast. Is running more of a thing on the East Coast, like Boston Marathon.
So everywhere pretty much runs, So like there's a strong community in every major city.
Okay.
So I've traveled to the majority of them and connected with other clubs and things like that. But there's nothing like doing it where you're from and impacting your own people.
Right. And so when somebody asks you like, oh, what is Keep It Run 100? How do you explain that to them?
I mean, it's a family, it's a community. We get together and we get together weekly, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And Tuesdays we do Culver City Veterans Park at 7 p.m. and we do Inglewood Thursdays at 7 p.m. at Sip and Sonder. So it's a family, it's a community, it's a space where you can come and be supported and cheered on and clapped on, and you're safe. And because I don't know what people go through in their everyday life, you know what I'm saying? So to get away from work, school, kids, a spouse who you don't want to be, whatever it is,
absolutely.
whatever it is you're dealing with at home, this is a space you can just get away for an hour and a half out your day, pour into yourself, and then get back to whatever it is you got to get back to. But people connect, people build. I have a space at the end of the run where I let people share if they have a business they want to promote, if they have an idea they want to share, if they want to, if they're looking for a mechanic, a barber, or
a networking platform.
For sure. So like this is what community and family is really about.
That's what we've been missing for a while.
For sure.
We've been missing it for a while, and you're creating that, and like it's so.